Nah, I gotta play Boldoe's punk ass because he won't leave me alone, man. Fucking gonna call you. Motherfucker, he will FaceTime you. Yep. Do all that shit. Like, goddamn, like, Boldoe, leave me alone, bro. Hey, what's the best pass rushing abilities for D tackle? Say that one more time. Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna do El Toro. Devin Bush got film study. I keep forgetting. What's the best ability for outside linebacker? Hmm.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Carolina Panthers. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Brings up Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Lining up for the extra point.
Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
At their own 23.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
3-yard loss on the play. It's fourth down.
Number 53, Mike 53. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go. Check.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
I'm still here.
That'll be a 47-yard
Playing Boldoe.
Officially 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. His throw here's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. On the return, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Now he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Panthers nothing.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Incomplete.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
To go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
10 at the 31-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
What we got? Check 31, check 31.
He was looking for Watkins that time, and that'll bring up second down.
The tackle made by Jonathan Abram. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 21-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
11 yards.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They don't give it here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. And he's able to put it through.
Makes this Washington 14. Panthers 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Second down now. Melton, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Washington.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
43-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, They won us a whole lot of games.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On play action, they'll throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 8.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
1st down, Washington.
On 1st down, Melton. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And we're back now in Charlotte. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. They'll keep it on the ground. Melton. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Washington on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Oliver made the tackle.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Flushed out right. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Quez Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5.
Washington 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
You're just saying maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Melton. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Melton. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Washington.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Yards to go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. On 2nd down now. Melton, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
The pass intercepted by Washington. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
Tonight's
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Washington, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
What? What'd you just fucking say? What? No. Hey, what that young man just say? You better clip it. You better, as of right now, you better clip it. You better clip it. Yeah, he talking real unfamiliar. All right, are y'all ready to kill? Or y'all already got a team?